Let's talk about when Sarah Jakes preached. When Sarah Jakes preached, Sarah Jakes Roberts, when she preached, man, you talking about butchering, slashing, choking, whatever the scriptures, however you want to put it. She is not preaching the gospel. They are not preaching the gospel. The daddy fell away from the true gospel years ago. He had sort of a mix. You have a lot of preachers that preach straight up prosperity, but T.D. Jakes got a mixture of prosperity, inclusion, and some of the true gospel. Just a little bit of the true gospel now, but it's just enough to keep the older saints at the table. Then you got a larger portion of bringing the inclusion gospel, bring others to the table. Then he had a prosperity gospel that brings to the table. So they smart. They strategize all the time. They sit in the room, him and their staff, strategizing on what they gonna preach and how they gonna preach. They don't ever preach the gospel, not the doctrine of Christ. If he did preach the doctrine of Christ, that means he would have to sideline his daughter and every other woman minister he have up there. But of course, when you're going after the money, you're gonna include everybody. And this all they are about, money. So of course, ain't nothing or nobody is excluded in their ministry. Everybody is included. And I feel sorry for her husband. He ain't picked as he want to be. He ain't picked to the fullest. Her daddy run their family. He basically like a son. He not the son-in-law. He basically a son. T.D. Jakes up there and deliberately put that man behind his wife before the world. He put his daughter head over her husband. She's head over him in the church. How can it be? He following behind her. He said it. T.D. Jakes even told him, let my daughter do what she want to do. Don't stop her. How can a righteous man sit up there and say some stuff like that? Especially before the world. Ain't nowhere in the world I will let. Get that bacon off. Ain't nowhere in the world. Nothing. Ain't nowhere in the world I will let my father-in-law, anybody do me like that. I ain't built that way. I ain't built that way. I don't care who TD Jakes think he is. Ain't nowhere in the world I would let him do anything like that to me on national TV. Let my daughter do this. You can have your daughter. That's why I tell them you can have your daughter. I'll starve before I stay in this family. I ain't worried about no money. Nigga, I go out there and work an 8-hour job before I take this, be associated with y'all and this dirty money. Type of foolishness going on in these churches now. Who do TDJ really think he is? Who made him the godfather of the Bible, of the church? Who? Who anointed him godfather? Everything goes through him. Meanwhile, he can disobey the scriptures. He can do absolutely anything he wants, contrary to the Bible. And people follow that foolishness. Online right now, giving them folks hundreds and hundreds of dollars. Y'all can call it jealousy, hate, or whatever. It's just foolishness. Y'all sowing money to a dead ministry. It don't matter how many followers they got and how well anointed they see and all that. It's a dead ministry. Only the blind can't see that. Everything they do is geared towards bringing in money. Everything. But yet, you ain't never seen them out there doing anything like the Bible said. That is important. Everything is not supposed to be done via the church, via the walls of the church. You ain't helping the people. Y'all using the people. They living on the people. Greed. People sending them people hundreds of dollars on live stream. Donate. Y'all donate to a dead ministry. Y'all can take that money and go out there and help your neighbor. Y'all can take that money, go down the street and help somebody sitting on the corner. Y'all will bypass the people in need and go get that money to them greedy devils. It don't make no sense. That's against God to bypass the homeless people or the people in need. But y'all are going to donate all that money to them filthy rich folks who don't need no money. But y'all think y'all doing the will of God. Y'all gonna have to answer for that. Y'all are strengthening the hands of the evildoers. Every time y'all do that, every time you donate and sow a seed to these dead ministries, Kojic, all of them, y'all are strengthening the hands of the evildoers. Take that money, go out there and help the needy. Jesus was very passionate about the needy and the poor. Very passionate. Y'all are sowing seeds into dead ministry. It don't matter how well they look like they doing and how many people they look like they bring. It's a dead ministry because they living on the people. They have a scam. They have a bamboozle game going on where they living on the weak minds of the people. It's all about getting that money. TD Jakes ain't never been known to be out there in the community doing anything. Every time you see TD Jakes, he ain't in church, he's somewhere hanging out with the celebrities, with the worldly celebrities somewhere. P. Diddy, Oprah Winfrey, everybody else, hell-bound folks. He ain't giving them people the gospel. He ain't about to tell Oprah Winfrey that she need to give her life to God. he in bed with that woman, walking hand in hand with wickedness. The Bible says stay away from that. Yet he been walking hand in hand. They got their business partners. They have friendship. That woman is unholy. That woman doctrine is against, pretty much total against the Bible. She have her own sort of beliefs that is nowhere near the Bible. And he would not give that woman the gospel. Money don't rule Christians. T.D. Jakes love associating with the world. What the Bible say? Them people don't abide by the Bible. Is out in y'all face, and yet y'all continue to support their foolishness. I know people who said they used to attend them things. Them people thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars they spend. Even if they ain't attended in the last few years, they still give their money to them folks. And that money ain't going nowhere. All that money they bringing in, all the billions of dollars, millions of dollars, how much of that money is going back out to the mission shelters? How much of that money going back out into the post community? Do we ever see them have a day where they open their church up and feed the folks? Do we ever see them do anything at their church other than them using the church for their own selfish reasons? Do we ever see any of that? I'm asking. If anybody on this, tell me, have y'all ever seen T.D. Jakes or either any of them other big churches down there in Texas open up their churches and have a day where they just do stuff for the community? Feed the folks, free music, whatnot. It's all about a business for them. Every time they have a church service, Sunday service, it's all about their business. Every time they have woman that are loose, it's all about their business. Loose from what? Now it's woman evolved. What happened with the women following the scriptures like the scriptures say? Woman evolved. Women still have to, godly women have to follow their Bible. Read Titus. Women have to know their place and follow that Bible and be submissive to their husband, like the Bible say. That is y'all pathway to righteousness. Being submissive, being under their husband. That stuff them people are feeding y'all is directly against scriptures. They message is marketed to all sorts of people who want to hear what they want to hear. They don't want to hear the Bible. They want to hear them. What the Bible say? The Bible say women operate in a certain lane. Be submissive to your husband. This life is not about worldly success. It's about spiritual success. They have perverted them scriptures for their own selfish reasons. Sarah Jakes up there and preach every time she preach, and she's very intelligent, very smart, college, doctoral degree, but yet she sit up there and butcher the scriptures, and her dad is sit up there and sneak around the scriptures. They are very deceitful. But yet people want to ignore little old country preachers, people who ain't nobodies, and we giving y'all straight Bible. We be viewed as unintelligent and stuff like that, but we giving y'all straight Bible. Meanwhile, y'all letting these slicksters con y'all out of everything. Everything. Every time that woman opened her mouth to preach, she always butchered the scriptures. Never preached the text. Always pulling the scriptures out so she can use them as a weapon. I ain't never heard that woman preach the scriptures as they are. It's always geared towards marketing, preaching her, making money, giving y'all them sad stories, saying all that stuff. Yet she on her second husband and preaching in the church. Never mind the fact that women is not called, women are forbidden from pastoring anyway. You can go outside in the streets, in the highways, and evangelize if you want to. But when it comes to being over a congregation, God forbid it. But yet y'all follow this stuff. And her husband have taken back seat to their foolishness. Everybody in their ministry, everybody in these wicked ministries, y'all going to hell by sitting in these churches. Y'all going to hell while donating all y'all money to these folks.